And so we find ourselves at the Korean Cultural Center to film our introduction to the short season of 3 concerts by the National Orchestra of Korea on artmusic.tv, generously sponsored by the orchestra. Founded in 1995, the National Orchestra of Korea is an organization established at the National Theatre, creating contemporary music with traditional Korean instruments and inspiring audiences around the world with high-quality music. When I was in Seoul in 2019, I was fortunate enough to visit the rehearsal room of this remarkable orchestra. The National Orchestra of Korea is a large ensemble of 60 professional musicians performing on Korean traditional musical instruments. These instruments have been developed and handed down through millennia of Korean cultural history. The orchestra has been inviting prominent composers and directors from around the world to present diverse and inspiring concerts with modern reinterpretations of traditional music. Thus, it will continue in its endeavor to keep the sound of Korean spirit and identity while creating contemporary repertoire that aspires to touch music lovers all over the world. Korean traditional musical instruments, representing the spirit of Korea, are loved by many music enthusiasts for their innovative and scientific structure, elegance, and beautiful sound. Research efforts are ongoing to improve the structure of these instruments wherever necessary. The gayageum originated from Gaya in the 6th century. It is an instrument with 12 strings made of silk strung over a soundboard made of polovnia, with movable bridges supporting the strings. The sound is produced by plucking and flicking with both hands. The tone of the gayageum is bright and elegant, and there are various playing techniques to take the listener through a range of emotions. Normally, 25-string gayageum are used in the orchestra. The geomungo was created in the 4th century by Hwang San-ak, a government official of Goguryeo. There are 16 fixed frets and 6 silk strings on a polovnia soundboard, and it is played with a bamboo plectrum. The geomungo has the largest range of all the Korean instruments, spanning all of 3 octaves, and it has a grand and powerful sound. It is considered to be the best instrument in the orchestra, representing the honorable spirit of noblemen. The haegeum was introduced to the 12th century Goryeo through China. The Chinese have a similar instrument called the eru. It is played with a bow similar to a violin bow. The left-hand fingers are used to adjust the string length and tightness. It has been used in various genres of music as it has a clear and sophisticated tone that blends easily with other instruments. The daegum is a large bamboo transverse flute. It is actually one of 3 bamboo flutes, yanggeum and sogum. The tone color is varied with vibrato. It has a wide range of sound colors, from very low notes to a clear high pitch. It plays the role of the oboe in the Western Symphony Orchestra. The piri is a reed instrument. The pitch is adjusted by the intensity of the lip and breath pressure. For its small size, it has a remarkably loud sound. The peri is mostly used to carry the main melody in the orchestra. It is made of bamboo with 7 holes in front and 1 behind, much like a Western recorder. The Taepyeongso has the loudest and most piercing sound of all the traditional Korean musical instruments and is used mainly in military or ritual music. It has 7 holes on the front of the conical body made of jujube wood and 1 hole in the back. It has a funnel-shaped metal bell at the lower end and is played with a metal mouthpiece. It produces a robust and high-pitched sound. The saenghwang is the only instrument that can produce more than 2 notes at the same time. Like a harmonica, it can produce different pitches when the player breathes in and out. There are 17 thin bamboo tubes on the wooden body. The yanggeum is a metal string instrument that was imported from Europe in the middle of the 18th century. In spite of its short history with traditional Korean music, it was quickly assimilated into the orchestra. The strings are made of metal wire, giving it a very distinctive and clear sound. There are 14 sets of 4 strings, 56 in total, on a long trapezoid with a hole in the middle. It is played with bamboo sticks. There are more than 30 different percussion instruments that feature in Korean traditional music. In the orchestra, the most frequently used instruments are jangu, and bak, made of leather on both sides of the barrel and played with hands or a stick, as well as kwengari, and jing, made of metal and played with a stick. And that concludes our introduction to these concerts. And thank you, Angelique, for assisting us to show off these wonderful traditional instruments. We invite you most cordially to watch them on artmusic.tv and broaden your spectrum of musical enjoyment.